everybody? How you doing? This is Rob Rivera with Who's On First, the show. And today, I'm going to bring you three guys that were at the Yankee game yesterday. And I happen to be watching the game. And we got Luka Bazooka, we got Big Rob, we got Little Rob Jr., and they're going to tell us all about the game yesterday. I don't think Robbie, you weren't at the game yesterday. No, he wasn't at the game. But Luka got really lucky. He's going to tell us all about this great Yankee experience, and they're going to tell us about how they got to love baseball. All right, Rob, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us on the show.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Port Jervis, New York. Moved down here in 2009. Played 7 years of professional baseball in the A's, Yankees, and Astros organizations. I still love to throw. I still love to train, and I actually, in some ways, I feel like I'm better and stronger now than I was in my 20s. Just got to heal up from a little injury right now. But the baseball blood runs pretty deep through our veins. My dad. He was a pro baseball player too, introduced the game to me at a very young age, and I passed it on to these two guys, and we have a lot of fun with it, and they're having a lot of success with it. And yeah, last night Luka had a pretty cool night at the stadium.
All right. So Luka, tell me what happened last night. What'd you do? I know the Yankees went off. They scored 10 runs in one inning. We had 5 million, 50 million fans.
Yeah.
In that stadium. You were there for a great night. You got 3 baseballs. Tell me all about it. I want to hear everything.
Tell us about your night.
So first we had my favorite player, Fernando Tatis Jr. He had an RBI double.
Okay.
We saw a grand slam by Austin Wells, right?
Yep.
Aaron Judge hit a home run, which Tatis almost robbed. It was a great attempt.
Yankees put up 10 runs in one inning.
They went through the batting order almost twice. 3 times. They went through it twice.
We were here on the night that Yankee Stadium got its 50 millionth fan.
Mm-hmm. And I got on the Jumbotron.
You got on the Jumbotron?
Once my whole body and 2 times my hands.
And how about those baseballs you're holding?
3 balls.
3 game balls at one game? That's a heck of a night.
Let's start off with these 2 greatest. This is probably least. This was what they were playing catch by with before the game.
Okay.
Who did they get from?
Ben Rice threw it in the stands to you.
The first base, right?
Yep.
This one is. This one is a practice ball I got.
Where'd you get that from?
A security guard in the bathroom.
Okay, and how about the last one?
This one is my favorite. It's hard to see. Yes, this one.
Yep.
This is a double play ball.
It's a live game double play ball.
You can see the mark of the bat there.
Yeah, you can. And Ben Rice threw you that one too.
Yeah, he did.
All in all, a great night, right, Luka?
Also, Ben Rice tried to throw one to me, but this guy jumped up and blocked it.
I know. I feel so bad for you that you couldn't get 4 baseballs.
But then he threw one over here to me and caught it.
Cool. Did you have fun?
You and my son have very great luck. So the last game we went to, we didn't catch anything. We didn't get anything. And as we were leaving, a security guy gave him a baseball. He has not left the game yet without a baseball. I have
That's
no
awesome.
idea. It's the craziest thing. We were in Lone Depot Park, and he got a Caribbean World Series baseball that I have here.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, there's not a game he doesn't leave without a baseball.
That's awesome.
The way he winds up with a baseball. All right. So Robbie, this question's for you. All right. So you love baseball. Your dad taught you all about baseball. What's your favorite thing about baseball? What has baseball taught you?
If I could speak for him a little bit on this, I tell you, his work ethic, especially this year, has really ramped up. He told me he wants to make his all-star team in Little League.
Oh, yeah.
And he was hoping to hit a home run this year. So I told him, okay, if you want to do those things, I can map out for you what you need to do to accomplish that. And he's put in every ounce of work. And I think, not to answer for you, but I think, one thing that this game's taught you is how hard work and, commitment and stick-to-itiveness pays off for you. And he's having a tremendous year. He's batting 524 right now in Little League. I'm not sure what his travel stats are, but I'm sure he's right around 500 batting average. And he's pitched really well for us as well. And he's been a real leader in the dugout too.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you an easy one, Robbie. If you can meet one player today, dead or alive, who would you want to meet?
Oh, that's easy. Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. You want to meet a great Bambino?
Yeah, that's why I picked number 3.
What would you say to him?
I'd probably be speechless. I'm meeting, first of all, a great baseball player.
Yeah. Well, they say legends never die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, legends never die. The guy that I would like to meet would be Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
That's my big. I just counted them. I think I'm well into the 400 baseball cards of Clemente, and that's just cards. We're not even talking about like articles, magazines, buttons, pins, rings. Like my wife was like, she was, at least it's only one player.
Yeah. So my dad was drafted by the Pirates in 1975.
Okay.
And he told me that on the scale that they use to rate arms and speed and fielding and everything, that the Pirates told him that Roberto Clemente's arm was actually off the chart. That they didn't even have a number for it. That's how powerful his arm was. And everything I've heard about him and seen about him, not just an amazing player, but just an amazing person, and what he did for his community and for his country and even other countries. I mean, that's unfortunately how he passed, was going to help another country out.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. In the Caribbean World Series, we went and Puerto Rico was playing Nicaragua.
Okay.
And they had a delegation there of about, I think it was about 80 to 100 people. And they were all wearing Clemente jerseys.
Wow. That's really cool.
I was just taken back.
Yeah.
This man, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And they still remember him today. And to have Nicaragua, the team, playing Puerto Rico, and their spectators, their fans, wearing a Clemente jersey.
Yeah, honoring a Puerto Rican player. That's pretty impressive.
I was like, wow, 50 years ago. So
yeah,
it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes.
It certainly does. And it's cool when you see the players that have the little 21 on their hat that that have won the Clemente Award. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. So Luca, I mean, tell me, who would you want to meet, dead or alive? Who would you want to meet? Babe Ruth too?
No.
No, who would you want to meet?
Probably Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. I don't like him. He almost stole a home run yesterday.
That's why I wanted to see him yesterday.
Okay. So just to go back a little bit, Luca woke up yesterday morning not knowing we were going to Yankee Stadium last night. I didn't buy the tickets until about 1:00 yesterday afternoon.
Oh wow!
When did you find out about it?
Just today, like 5 minutes ago.
You pumped?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I have my Tatis jersey,
Nice.
a Yankee shirt under it, Yankees hat. I have an arm sleeve, my glove, and a ball.
You're ready to rock.
Oh, and last but not 2 other things. Got my baseball pillow.
Nice.
And a Yankee sweatshirt.
Let's do it. You're ready to rock.
Hot in this jersey, so I'm ready.
All right, let's go have some fun.
Oh wow!
And surprised him with him after school. And I'd always want to take him to a game against the Padres because he's such a big Fernando Tatis Jr. fan.
Right.
So I surprised him with him after school, and he was all pumped. And it was funny too because the morning started off with him forgetting his computer, and he goes for testing. And he goes, "Oh, this is going to be the worst day ever." And I said to him, I said, "That's right. It's early, Luca." I said, just give it a little bit. I said, this day could turn around. And it certainly did. It turned out to be one of his best days ever.
And it'll be the best day ever.
Okay. Yeah. And he didn't mention to you that we actually got on the Yes Network last night playing catch on top of the parking garage before the game too.
I saw all that. So,
but yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we hadn't even started the game yet, and he's getting thrown the ball. And I thought to myself when I got the tickets, I said, this would be a good spot that they might be able to, throw the ball over the net to us. And sure enough, before the game started, he got one. And I think it was maybe the first or second inning that the second one came to you, right?
Yeah, I got that. I think it was like first inning.
Yeah, it was pretty soon.
I got it, and then the first one was a really easy catch. The second one,
he threw it to me, but then this one guy jumped up and touched it with his hand just barely, but then he threw another one to me and I caught it.
I tell the boys all the time, I said, when you go after balls at a Yankees game, you got to have some strength to you, and you got to be ready to fight for it.
I was like
How to be
What's that?
aggressive.
at the City Field.
Yeah, Robbie actually, he had like 2 or 3 teenagers, and he was only like,
Oh, there were tons of kids.
oh yeah, bunch of kids there, and he was probably only about 10 at the time, and he they threw a ball up into the stands, and he mixed it right up with them and got it. It was pretty
It
cool.
was like right near the stairs, also.
Yeah,
I was like halfway over the fence when I caught that
yeah, you were leaning over the
double play.
plexiglass.
I had an incident with my son, and he at the time, maybe I think he was about 9 or 10, and we were in Scranton. I lived in Scranton for a while, and it was Rob Snyder.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
in shortstop for the Scranton Yankees at the time. And
Okay.
he was going into the dugout, and I remember my son saying, "Dad, if I wave, you think they'll throw me a ball?" And I said, "It's worth it." So I happened to be talking to the guy behind me, and I saw something white out of the corner of my eye. I looked up and I grabbed the ball, and I was like, "Whoa!" And my son says, "Dad, that's for me." And I'm like, "What the heck?" And I looked down, and Ray Snyder was like, he's pointing to my son, and I'm like, he's like, "Dad, that's my ball." I said, "Buddy, I was like, I didn't expect a ball coming up like that, and I was like,
Sure,
gonna
it
get
was a natural reaction.
yeah, and I just happened to catch it, and the guy was like, "Boy, you're fast," and I'm like, "Dude, I saw that ball coming at my son's face." I was like, "Oh,
That's really cool.
that was cool."
That's a nice stadium there in Scranton.
Oh yeah, Scranton is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean, the love of the game has brought you guys together as a son and dad. You guys think you're gonna pass this down when you have kids and you have your family? You think you're gonna take your kids, be like, "Come on, we're gonna go to Yankee Stadium, put a smile on your face"?
100%.
100%. All right. All right. So I mean, it's because it's one of those things. My dad introduced me to baseball, and he kept me in the Bronx. He kept me busy, and it's something that has taught me a lot of life lessons. You know, how to work as a team, how to be independent, how to step up, how to step back. You got to learn how to follow as much as lead. And the biggest mistake he ever made with me was telling me that catchers, they're the captain of the team. They see everything in front of them. And then I turned into a crazy man. I became
Hey,
a
you know
punk.
what? It's he wasn't wrong with saying that, because they really are the field general, and they're the only one that's the only position that plays in foul territory and sees the field from a different vantage point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's amazing stuff. All right. So I mean, all right. So Robbie, if you can bat against any pitcher, who would you want to hit? Who would you want to hit
Full
off?
speed, yeah.
You think?
But you're like you're able to,
You're able to get to it. You can get to
you're
it.
able to get to. Who would you want to face?
I know mine.
You can go first. I think.
Go ahead, Luca.
Go ahead, Bazooka, go ahead.
I went to a game not too long ago with my friend Roman, and I would probably say Devin Williams.
Oh,
He threw like one strike the whole time we were there.
Good
I
chance you're
could
gonna
probably
get a
get
walk,
a free walk.
right? Yeah, get a free walk. All right.
well, you know what? I'm gonna say Tom Seaver because
So,
he's
so
dead.
Robbie, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you see yourself in? And when you're 30 years old, 25 years old, what do you want to do?
Probably if not the big leagues, probably big league talent, and
That's our baseball academy, big league talent.
Okay, big league talent.
and maybe paleontologist.
Okay. All right. You could excavate some of the on the grounds of the baseball stadiums. They tear those bad boys up every year. You can see if there's any bones in there. Maybe baby pop up on you. How about you, Luca? What do you think?
Probably definitely major leagues.
Major leagues? Who would you want to play for?
Probably Yankees.
Probably Yankees. How about you, Robbie? Who would you want to play for?
Yankees, yeah.
Yeah, definitely Yankees.
Mhm.
All right. All right. How about you guys? I'd like to meet Joe Torre and all those guys. Good Derek Jeter, all those guys.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of you guys don't know about Derek Jeter, and there was a story where the little guy walked up to him and he said, "You're a baseball player?" He said, "I used to be." He goes, "Were you any good?" Yeah, that was pretty good. He goes, I don't think so. And he walked off on him. And
Oh, wow.
it was just a big piece of humble pie. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk. There's a big chunk. All right. I mean, so Robbie, when you go to the stadium, what'd you like to eat? What do you like? What's your favorite part?
What stadium? That's the question.
All right. You tell me the stadium and where you want to eat. What you
Tell him
want?
City Field and then tell him Yankee Stadium.
City Field. I like the pizza out in right in left field.
Okay.
It's really good. Yankee Stadium. They have like a bucket of chicken tenders and fries sprinkled with paprika, and it's really good. So probably that for Yankee Stadium.
Okay. How about you, Luca? What do you think?
Chicken bucket. With the fries. That's what we got last night.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
shared a big bucket. It was really good.
You could feed a team with those chicken buckets at Yankee Stadium. There's a lot of food in there.
Yeah, all right.
It's that bucket right there. Right?
Yeah.
That bucket over there.
It's huge.
All right. So Big Rob, I mean, you got your kids here and they're playing ball, and I mean, it looks like they're doing great. I mean, so your dad taught you baseball, you're teaching them baseball. I mean, what are the life lessons that you've taken away from the game?
Definitely how to deal with failure, how to deal with tough times. It's a very, very tough, humbling game. Unfortunately, I've had my fair share of injuries, which are, tough things to deal with. But, the only way you get stronger is by stressing, a muscle, or stressing yourself as a human with putting yourself in tough situations at times. And I think baseball kind of organically provides that for you day by day, making things, challenging. And then when you face those challenges in life, I think it's really helped me be able to handle those challenges, and take them in stride, and also realize you've got to keep working and you've got to keep staying focused on the process, because you got to have an idea in mind of the results you want to have, whether that be, just in your personal life or in your baseball career. But you also have to understand there's a process to getting those results. And along the way, you're going to have some peaks and valleys. But if you stay with the process and keep learning and growing, you're going to get there in the end.
Okay. So now you have something called Big Talent. Tell me a little bit
Big league
about
talent.
Big League Talent.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So in 2008, my dad and I started our own baseball academy. I was with the Yankees at the time, and we've been training players from 2008 until the present. 2017, we started our own teams, the Aces, the Big League Talent Aces. And we started with one team. Now we got 7 teams. And the teams are doing real well. And, it's been great to see players progress and move on and, play at the next level, and see a few guys get drafted and even, one play in the big leagues.
Okay. Who was that played in the big leagues?
Ron Marinaccio was one of our students.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. But I mean, you also get to see baseball taking them different directions, and they take it into different lives. You probably get to see their babies and their girlfriends and their wives.
Yeah.
Can be like, hey, and they learn their life lessons also through the game.
And one of my most rewarding stories in terms of a player, getting to the next level, playing in college, was this player. It came to me when he was 11 years old, and he was, not one of the top players even on his rec team, let alone, one of the better players in the league. And by the time he graduated high school, he was the ace pitcher on the staff at a pretty good sized high school, and got to go to a college that the coach basically said, I got 2, hall passes, where if it's a player that's kind of on the cusp academically, if it wasn't a baseball player, they may not have gotten in, but because of that, they're going to and he got into a great school and had a great 4 years there, and has a great job now. And it's cool to see that baseball played a role. I mean, obviously he still had to have good grades and had to, put his nose in the books, but baseball definitely played a role in putting him in a great college, which has led to him now having the job that he has, and giving him a pretty good life that he's got now.
Yeah. So if I have my 14-year-old son, I bring him to you, Rob, and I say, hey, this guy wants to be the next Fernando Tatis, what advice would you give him?
Well, the first thing I would say is, that to get to that level takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of what I call obedience to the dream or obedience to the goal. You know, you've got to be, if you're gonna put a goal out there, there's a certain path, and you've got to be obedient to that path. You can't expect to keep going off that path and get where you want to go. And I tell players all the time when they have that dream of playing in the major leagues, and I'll have parents come up to me and goes, "Listen, I realize he's never going to play in the major leagues, and the kid's 12."
Yeah.
And I'll say to them, "You don't know that." And why not allow that dream to stay in them? But you got to couple that with, okay, if that's your dream, this is what it takes to get there now. And then sometimes when the player finds out what it takes to get there, sometimes along that road they realize, you know what, maybe I don't want to really do this because this is a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. But at least then. And I think having a dream of playing in the big leagues, of being the greatest player ever and making it to the Hall of Fame, winning a World Series, I think if as long as you have that dream and you're following the steps to help get you there, it can only help you get the absolute most out of yourself, whatever that might be. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's shoot for the moon, and if you end up among the stars, that's great.
Okay. All right. So Robbie Jr., what's your favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot, 100%.
Sandlot, 100%. All right, Luca, what's your favorite baseball song? Oh, I stumped him. I
like the Phillies song "Dancing on My Own."
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Yeah, they play that in the postseason when they win.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for being on, and I appreciate you. Thanks for taking out your time, and hey, keep swinging, keep doing what you're doing. Listen to your dad, man. Your dad's he's got control on this, and you got big talent. Big talent. What was it? Big talent. I'm sorry.
Big league talent.
Big league talent. Oh my Lord. You got big league talent out there. And Luke, I see you in the major leagues. What do you think? Robbie, I see you in the major leagues. What do you think? You're gonna invite me to your first game, all right?
All right.
All right, I'll be there. I'll be there, especially Yankee Stadium. That's not my home anymore. But I'll make it up there. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being on. All right, guys. Well, we got Robbie, Bazooka, Luca, and they told us all about the game yesterday. Exciting stuff. Keep watching, subscribe, like, and make sure, what do we do? Keep swinging.
If you like the show, please do me a favor. Subscribe. Right. You see it? It's right there. Subscribe, share, like, and don't forget, put that bell on. It'll ding you when I put something else on, all right?